Yeah, this now I'm talking about special guest Mr. Nuff. I'm with two Bammers, Deuce, Mo. I know them since the beginning. I enjoyed my time on this. No, they didn't want the outro, do you? I liked it. No, keep that in there. Yeah, you watching now I'm talking about. So, let me ask you this. Am I talking to y'all or am I talking to the camera?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Okay.
We still catching on that.
All right.
Yeah,
I got you.
We probably follow your lead. We see you keep talking like shit. We're talking like too. Shit.
You gonna talk to y'all today?
Like Joe, we talk to what?
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll figure out
We
something.
just some niggas having a conversation, man. It ain't even that high. It ain't that high. All right.
That's perfect. That's exactly what it is, man. Now I'm talking about. We are back. Did it? I am all got it all.
And I am Deuce the OG.
And we got a guest again.
Mr. Nuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was curious which name he was gonna pick.
Yeah, Mr. Nuff.
Thought it was gonna be Nova Trey.
I don't go by Nova Trey. That's something y'all came up with that I
Yeah,
never
just me and
approved
Jim.
of.
Never approved of. It's the funniest part of the whole statement, y'all.
I didn't green like that shit.
I never accepted
Shit's in
no
my
of
phone.
that. Never approved of that.
Shit. But yeah, Trey is a supreme beast. He was at the first meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's
First
B.O.
meeting, I was there when y'all was stealing players from the other team. I remember when
Y'all. I came with you. I got stolen with you, didn't I?
Oh, you're right. When y'all was stealing players from other
First of
y'all,
all,
y'all was taking them out, Cat. I remember because that little white dude was in my ear talking about, yo, don't go play with them. Don't go play with them.
I know who that is.
He was like, yo, don't go play with them. You stay with us. Don't go play with them. He kept saying
Look, man, I just ball, man. Look,
I just ball.
Oh,
I just bring what I have to the table.
That's a damn lie,
I
yo.
just bring what I have to the table.
Oh, yo,
man.
this
Oh no, that's where we are now. That's where we are now.
Oh, yeah. Now, then he was like, I said, yo, my man said I shouldn't run with y'all because he invited me to Outcast. He was like, yo, fuck that dude. Come play with us. I was like, all right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I was like, all right. Okay.
Man.
I just want to play football. Y'all.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. But you don't want to play football with a bunch of motherfucking tight asses. You know what I'm saying? You want to enjoy the experience.
And I did.
Yeah.
Those growing pains was fun.
Yeah, we're still going through.
Still. And
That
still.
was like 11, 12 years ago, though.
Yeah, man.
Still be going through growing
Some
pains.
motherfuckers don't grow up.
You're going through motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's true too, man. But yeah, I was about to talk more about Supreme Beast, but let's go ahead. I was surprised when you sent me the text. I ain't gonna lie, and it kind of got me hyped.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we know what we're here for, right? You got something you want to talk about, right?
Yeah, well, I wanted to find out exactly what y'all felt about it first before I delved into it. But I hit y'all up because it was just like, well, this might be a good topic. This is actually something that I've actually been thinking about, that doing research on the topic actually made me flip from when it first happened to where I'm at right now. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm crazy or maybe everybody else sees it the way I do. So
you got stats. I like that, though. That's
I don't know
dope.
about
I like
stats,
that.
but...
No, I mean, that's more than what we be having.
Oh.
But no, let me stop talking about that. No, this definitely was you saying that you might be on the other side makes me curious because I didn't know where I stood. And that's why I was waiting to have this convo myself to find out once the convo started where it actually stand. Because one thing I did learn, because when my lady first asked me about it, did I hear about it? And that was one of the things I said, like, he was labeled as, he wouldn't work with others. That's one thing they labeled him as. But then I found out later what that reason was. Like, yeah, I'm not losing games for y'all. Like, but it don't matter. When the label's thrown out there, a lot of times you don't get to find out what it is. You don't get to find out what the reason is. You feel what I'm saying? But that's one thing I found out that was new. But what else? And I'm also curious about, like, the stats, the Rooney Rule, and the stuff that applies to that. The fact that we only have one of this and one of that and one of that and two of this. You know what I mean? That continues on. The Rooney Rule is it affirmative action?
It is, but it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's
bullshit.
Yeah.
Give the guys a look.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. Hey, how you doing?
At the same time, like I think about it like when you think about when you go in high school, when you go try out, like some niggas already had that spot. It's kind of it's not the same, but it's like sometimes you gotta have this formality thing. You gotta have try it.
Yeah, but usually the ones that have that spot is because they've earned it somehow, as in they're just that good. They they that fast. They don't really need to run against the rest of y'all, so it's a formality. The Rooney Rule is basically saying you have to look at black people because we know you're going to hire a white dude regardless of whether or not the black person is qualified. And that in itself, I guess you could call it affirmative action, and it's stupid, but the fact that they're leaning on that is why it's diversity is a joke in itself, in my opinion. Like, it shouldn't, like, if you have to have a rule to say, just look at me, even though you are literally in control or the general of 85% of black people, but black people can't be in that position, there's a problem with that.
And that's the part of the convo. Like, a lot of times when shit like this happen, I get in the ballpark where I'm like, why even talk about that part? Let's talk about what we're going to do. Because what they're going to do is going to continue to happen on. Like, we've been talking about for 20 years. We half of us boycotted 5 years ago with the Kaepernick situation. This is not, it's not that much different. Like, this dude is doing this, and I don't really think he's planning on coaching again. Like, yes, he would want to, but he understands the stance he's taking. He could be sacrificing what his career is in the prime of it. You see what I'm saying? He could get blackballed. At the same time,
he's gonna be blackballed.
Yeah, he's gonna be blackballed.
At the same time, it falls back on us / the athletes / the other black coaches. Are y'all gonna stand with this dude? Y'all just gonna watch him fall?
But see, that's where I'm at with him personally. I don't know where y'all were when he first came out. When he first dropped, I was Team Brian Flores off the jump.
Hold on, how long has this been? How long has this been? Because you done made a jump across street that quick.
No.
When they hired him?
No. When he first announced that he was suing, off the top, I was like, it's about time somebody's suing the NFL for this. I mean, we talk about it, we know about it, but it's about time a current coach, even though he wasn't employed at the time, is suing. But then I delved into Brian Flores, and I was like,
No, talk about this. Let's talk about this part. Let me hear these.
Intent for me. Intent is big for me. I don't see Brian Flores as a crusader for equality for black coaches. I honestly see Brian Flores as a Hurt Steven. Meaning, if he still had his job, he would not be suing for diversity. He would not be, off the top, he would not be doing it. And the reason why I jumped ship, and I believe that, is because not anything what the coaches or the teams labeled him. I know he got fired because I know that for a fact. His words, he went on Mike Greenberg on ESPN, I think that's what it was. And he told his story with his lawyers up there about how the Dolphins owner offered him money to quit. I mean, $100K to lose games, all that good stuff. He said he wasn't good. Wasn't going to do integrity for the game, all that good stuff. What did he do right after that? He kept coaching. Yes, he kept coaching.
He won 8 games in a row.
Exactly. He kept coaching. He literally kept coaching. So it wasn't about diversity. It wasn't about integrity of the game. It wasn't about, none of that stuff mattered when you had a job.
But if it's mid-season and you tell me to do this and I say no, I'm going to do it my way, isn't that still protecting the integrity of the game?
No.
I understand what you're saying. Like, now that your job is lost, now you want to say something.
That's my whole point. He got up on national TV and put those as a reason. That's not why you're not doing it for the integrity of the game. You're doing.
You should have stood up when they.
You should have stood up when it happened. Yeah. I don't like to say that, but he should have stood up. If that means sacrificing your job, then that's the ultimate sacrifice. Yeah, he did it mid-season. He still got a job, and he could have said that. And if they would have fired him right then and there for that, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. His lawsuit.
So it would have been more effective.
Way more effective. Lawsuit. He waited till after he got fired, and saw that he probably was, and got labeled the way he was. A word. Oh, this is what I'm gonna do then. I have a problem with that. I
guess it's similar to how people don't care about it until it affects them.
So what I read was that the owners basically chose Tua over him. Him and Tua had a thing during the season where Tua's progress from last year, his body changed. So Flores believed that he was on steroids. So I had him tested every week. And then Tua was hot about him for that, you know what I'm saying? And then Tua kept playing through it too, and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, they won 8 of their last 9 games, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the season, that's when Tua came out and said, he was testing me every week, thinking that I was on steroids because my body growth was unnatural.
Nigga, puberty late.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
Okay. And so I would ask then, give me an incident in the NFL within the last 10 to 15 years, outside of the Patriots, where a head coach beat a starting quarterback, first round starting quarterback.
Well, it doesn't happen.
Okay then. So once again, were you fired because you're black? Were you fired because you wouldn't go game? Were you fired because of Tua? I mean, you're throwing out so many things. A reasonable doubt that his case is getting even weaker just sitting here. I mean, I hate to say that.
Yeah, I felt like it's two different combos. Are we talking about the validity of him getting fired or the validity of his case? Because do we feel like his track record, should he got fired for that? You won your last 2 seasons.
First, let's start with that. Let's start with this. There's no doubt that the NFL is racist.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, and it's a good old boy club. You know what I'm saying? Where the owners don't really want to be in those little locker rooms talking shit. They can't call us niggas with black coaches in the motherfucker.
Can't talk freely.
You know what I'm saying? I can't talk freely with black GMs and shit in the room. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, they don't really want us in their circles. You know what I'm saying? And with them having all the power, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to release any of that. Like with the Commanders, you know what I'm saying? All this shit went down about the sexual harassment shit. The first thing they did, they went and hired a woman and a black dude to be GM and coordinator or whatever, GM and
Uncle Ben all over again.
You know what I'm saying? I hired a black woman to be running backs coach. You know what I'm saying? They did a whole bunch of we're hip. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it was like it's their game basically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we playing in it, but it's their game.
And they're not fixing the problem. It's just little icing to make the cake.
And that's why he doesn't seem like the good fit for it. I hate to say that, and I hate to even
as the poster boy for it.
Yeah, my mother actually made the comparison with Rosa Parks, where there was other people that sat down.
Yeah, but she
fit the profile. Yeah. He to me just doesn't fit the profile of really getting anything done. Cause
his wife white? I ain't mean to say that.
No. You
putting more of this on.
No, but see, honestly, that's what made me question it. Honestly, because I was like, yo, that's his rib. Yeah. That's the person that's in his ear at intimate moments of his life. Now I ain't talking about sex, but whatever. She's got his back. I'm not saying that.
Pillow talk partner.
But how much can she really have his back when she has never experienced anything he's fighting for or been through? Yeah. And I know for a fact, because I don't know her, but let's be real clear. White women do not have a great history when it comes to fighting for equality for the race. Any race outside of
the fall of every great civilization.
I'm not gonna hate on her for that. But I'm just saying that there's a good chance that she could get tired of all this and not be supporting him.
Get tired of calling monkey lover and all that shit.
Not supporting all this stuff.
Because she ain't been through that. When she went through that, and that probably faded out, and now it's going to come back up. That probably started when they was dating. I'm pretty sure.
Not necessarily.
She might have just met him as an NFL coach.
What that mean?
No,
you don't know that they be hating?
No, I'm saying, but you meet him as a head coach, and then you go out, you're still getting labeled as a monkey.
Not until
because he's a power.
Not until he acts up. Okay. If he plays the role, when I said hurt Steven, if he plays the role,
where's that come from? My bad.
Steven the Django and Chain.
Okay.
Steven Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay.
He did everything for Leonardo DiCaprio. He did everything, but his feelings was hurt because that quote unquote nigga was on a nag and he got to sleep in the big house. You know what I mean? He got his feelings. He got his feelings. What I'm saying is, that seems like that's what seems. What Brian Flores seems like his feelings got hurt because he was playing the game how they told him to play it, and they still let him go. And he said, "Okay, if that's how y'all gonna do me, I don't want to say this."
But if that's how he
pulled the race card, and I don't like that. I don't like that because other people, like Anthony Lynn, should have been way before that. Anthony Lynn was doing his thing. Yeah. He got fired. We know why he got fired. They wanted to bring in some.
That's San Diego, right?
Yeah, they wanted to bring in some whoever they brought in, and he just moved on. Byron Leftwich has been passed over. I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
Eric B&M has been passed over.
I'm about to say him. Yeah.
Been passed over many a times. They not coming out. They playing their role. I'm not saying this team, but they're playing their role. They know the game and they're doing it. Why are you all of a sudden deciding to do this?
At the same time, I hate to say it because I forgot what you said to make me not want to say it, but I guess I'm gonna say it on that. Sometimes that's part of the American way for a person of a different ethnicity to come up. You just play by the game. You play the rules.
No.
And sadly, and that's what it was. When you say the race car, like, oh, no, I don't want to say that now because you pulling the race car. I didn't think about it as pulling the race car, but like I said, I think earlier when I said it doesn't affect you until it affects you.
But we all play that game. We all play that game.
Yeah.
All play that game. What I'm saying is, you had an opportunity in this to not play the game and stand on your morals and values as a black man, and you chose not to. And then you get fired, and I was fired because I'm a black man. Are you? You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Are you? Because you wasn't when he challenged you.
Right.
I got you on that. I see what you're saying.
But like I said, we missed our opportunity with the Kaepernick shit. You know what I'm saying? We could have had all this shit set up back then.
But at the same time, we keep saying we, and I understand we are the we, but we are not the we though. Like we're not the we. Like the black
men in football.
Yeah, okay. That was
together
the black coaches have to stand with him.
We not moving. Nothing moves without us. So nothing moves till you respect us.
Yeah, and the other black coaches have to do the same thing. I understand it's a
black coaches, black players, everybody got to nothing moves without us. We all out your game.
And the crazy thing about it, though, like, it's the fucking Super Bowl coming up, bro. Like this will be the like last time y'all wanted us to give up a whole season to watch a game. This one,
this is the game you fucking.
Yes, black folks let the right black person say, yo, boycott Super Bowl. You get a plenty. This is the time to not watch it. Like motherfuckers will not watch it right now.
Do you think?
Yes. Yeah, I really do.
I really definitely.
No, so this is what I'm saying. So if the Kaepernick situation would have happened around the Super Bowl, and somebody was like, "Yo, boycott the Super Bowl," instead of saying boycott football, like I'm not just giving up a regular old Sunday. I'm giving up the big one, and I know it's going to have impact compared to me giving up week 3 because y'all saying it.
The least watched Super Bowl in all history and shit.
And on top of that, you're not really losing nothing because you don't really care about this game. You know what I mean? Like it's a win-win. You feel me? Like I think that makes sense. And what you going with timing? Because I agree with what you're saying. Like when you say, "Are you black?" Because it got to an egregious point where you should have quit. Like I understand you're playing about a game, but then something egregious happened. That's when you do something. Not as egregious as stay there, then you got fired. No, you should have did it back here. So I don't believe that he would be suing the NFL if they didn't fire him. I don't think he'd be suing it. So he wasn't waiting for the offseason.
Right.
So what happened with the whole inequality talk, with the whole not hiring black coaches? Because it was always still there. I mean, you ain't telling us nothing new. Why all of a sudden? And it just, like I said, for me, it just seems like you're not the right dude. This is not, you're not the right
person. At the same time, something triggered that, though. Like, you have all the Miami stuff.
You talking about the Belichick tax?
Then you have that.
The Belichick tax.
Yeah, like, and then you have that. You got fired. You got fired. You're mad. And then Belichick texts you. Like, you were thinking about doing this dumb shit.
Congratulations, homeboy.
Yeah. And then Belichick texts you with this dumb shit. That throws you over the cliff. Sadly enough, you about to play this whole game another year. You about to go through this whole offseason, almost not get a job, then get a job, and then play this whole bullshit game, but then Belichick texts you. Because his phone says, Black Brian.
So then why even doing this in a light like this then?
Because I have all this. Like I was keeping all this for when this dumb shit happened.
No. Why is he doing all? Why is he?
Brian Flores?
Yeah. Why is he literally standing? If that was the case, in my opinion, if that was the case, the Brian Belichick thing sent him over the edge. Why are you out front running off the whole race thing that we already knew that was an issue when you was hired? That was an issue when you was fired. All that was an issue before Belichick.
And this was the iceberg. This was the cherry on fucking top for him. Like, I've already been playing y'all fucking game.
Yes.
Like, y'all fired me for no fucking reason.
Yes.
I got an interview on Thursday.
Yes.
Hold on. Is no point in me going?
Yes. But
but you feel that quota, so.
This happened. This happened to damn near every coach. It happened to Bieniemy last year. It happened to left.
Byron left.
But like we kept saying. But then it happened to me. So now, my one thing I'm worried about.
Okay, so then don't come at me talking about, we need to stand together because they fucked me. Fuck you. I hate to say that. Don't come at me with this, we as black people need to stick together because
I can't say, come on, they keep fucking us. I can't say that now.
They gonna keep doing this to us until y'all stand with me.
Brian, and that's what Brian Flores said. He said, come together. I'm tired of us fucking us black coaches. Damn, Brian, Brian, you're right. What happened?
You just got here.
Yeah. When last time we was talking about I had a job. That's what Brian Flores, I hate to say that because once again, for the movie from I'ma Get You Sucker from Kalinga said that. They went down. Brothers wasn't mad no more. They was hiring that day. That's what happened. I hate to say that.
But that goes along with the P word we always talk about. I'm gonna keep you programmed to keep doing your mundane shit until something throws it off, and you might fight it, and you might not. You might just go back to
But is it programming? If you know it's wrong, and Brian Flores admitted that he knows it's wrong, it's not programming. If you continue to stay in it, you have a choice to get out.
You just define what a program is.
No.
You keep doing what you
He had an opportunity, a choice to get out, and he didn't. I'll be real clear. Deion has set a path for a lot of these black coaches that they need to follow.
You think Deion gonna be the new Nick Saban?
Oh, I don't know.
You lose a job in the NFL, you go to Nick Saban. You think Deion could be the same thing? Is he too low?
I don't think he needs to.
I think he's gonna draw more black coaches into HBCUs.
That's what I'm saying. That's my
more big name coaches.
And that's my point.
That's beautiful.
Deion, to me, has set an example to where these coaches can stop playing the game and go to HBCUs because with NILs and with ESPN and covering smaller schools, these kids don't have to go to Power 5.
Yes.
So if you think about it, look what the NCAA is hurting in men's basketball. You don't need that shit no more. You don't need it no more.
G League like a
motherfucker. You know?
So you got all these big name black coaches who couldn't make it in the NFL for whatever reason. They go to HBCUs. They start recruiting all these top black players because let's be honest, unless you're a lineman, you're black. You
kind of unless you're quarterback, cause black lineman too.
No, what I'm saying, offensive linemen, like them haystack don't go. They still.
White.
I mean, we got good black ones. Don't get it twisted.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It is what it is.
That's the separation.
Let's be real clear. The NFL pumped up McCaffrey like he was the GOAT. And that dude was one of the slowest dudes I've ever seen, but because he's a white running back, he's...
Funny ass, not to throw you off.
No, you good.
Funny ass, random ass, I don't know where to put right there, so fuck it, I'll just say it. White, dude said white kids that don't go to don't play against kids when they're young, they get to reach their full potential with speed because they're not going up against
somebody to show you what speed really is.
Yeah, so they actually get so Cooper Kupp. Like, you find people from North Dakota, like, they fast, because they didn't find somebody that fucked their confidence up young. Yeah. And I think it was just a weird ass.
That's so...
But he
that's funny, because, like, I see what he's saying. I said
it makes sense. It's just funny.
Yeah, you know I mean, no, it makes sense. I just don't like... I don't know if I want to co-sign that, because a lot of people will then start to avoid competition, and then we be in the...
That's what we're anyway, though. I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to get into that either. I didn't want to get off too top. But no, I guess I just... Oh, this show's about getting off topic.
I see that. I guess I'm not Team Flores anymore. That's all.
I
lose more and more faith off the NFL by the day.
I mean,
not even.
It's just entertaining. It's just entertaining.
Yeah, it's just entertaining.
Because like, it's sadly enough, and I think it goes with the program. After a while, you're just like, I mean, that's what they're going to do. Fuck it. And it's our problem. We're like, that's what we're gonna do. Fuck it, and then we keep going.
But okay, so go to your point. Then when you mentioned you're tired of hearing about the NFL, whatever, change, whatever. What are we, the people, going to do? That's why I look at Brian Flores again. You're suing the NFL off of this, but we've been dealing with this for whatever. You're running through the muck. Why not do this all behind the scenes? Don't go on Mike and Greenberg. Don't do all these shows, publicity stuff. Don't bring light to the subject. You can still sue them without... They can blow it up. You have no comment. Don't go on ESPN with your lawyers. You have no comment. Take your skills...
That's what Kaepernick did.
What?
Kaepernick ain't say shit.
But Kaepernick got paid and disappeared.
And Kaepernick moved the meter. As much as we don't think he moved it enough, he moved the meter.
But for the longest time, it was about what it wasn't about because Kaepernick wasn't telling us what it was about.
And do you think it's not going to be what it's about now with Brian Flores?
No, I think the person that say what?
Do you think it's going to be about diversity and not hiring, or is it going to be about because he did what to Tua, because he can't really coach? I mean, you think that's not going to happen regardless if he gets up there and talk or not?
I definitely agree with that, and half of the reason why I agree with that because I'm listening to you and I don't really believe in Brian Flores the same way I would have believed in Colin Kaepernick. So if Colin Kaepernick would have let you know, like, no, this is the reason why I'm doing, because he only said something like 2 times and then he just disappeared. Like, you to keep repeating what you're doing instead of just wearing these socks and not saying anything. Like, I think that was the biggest problem with Kaepernick. So then you got everybody else speaking for him. You know what I mean? So I like, at least with Brian Flores, I know if you're going to do something, go ahead and do it in the light. You can't do it because if you do it behind closed doors, they're going to start saying shit. And I agree with you. Like, they're going to say shit regardless.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Okay, and I don't know what he's doing behind the light, but I feel that Brian Flores could be doing both. He instead of doing the circuit, he could do one.
He definitely was there the next day. He was definitely with ESPN the next day. So I got you on
No, that's what it's like it was planned. And then
I mean, but at the same time, but like if you're getting fucked, you got to be ready for when you get fucked. If that makes sense. It did make sense after all the way. But I'm saying, like, if something's going wrong, and you know that if you're the Titanic, you see the iceberg, you need to prepare for that. Be prepared for that. So as soon as the gauntlet fail, I call my lawyer. I can make sure I got my receipts. We on ESPN. This is what we're doing. Like that as soon as.
How was that helping anything? How was him being on doing the circuit?
Because he's suing. He's suing.
How is that? Who is that?
He's gonna get paid.
So that helps him.
Exactly.
That doesn't help diversity.
Don't we live in that society where it's at the end of the day it's about how much money you get paid?
But so it's not helping diversity. Who does that fall on though? So if it's not,
does he want to? If he really wants to help the community, the black community, in my opinion, go to where you are needed and wanted. He just mentioned it. HBCUs is available.
Don't do nothing. So don't do nothing.
No. Okay. Because you ain't really working right now, and you got 2 top lawyers. Yeah, you don't have to. You can go do that and recruit and do everything and big up young black minds and still sue the NFL.
But this is only week 2. We might.
But this is the problem with the HBCU joint too.
You keep saying that. You keep saying that, and I have to be honest with you. That's what made me do research. I didn't know that, and Alabama at work said, "Yo, I don't rock with him because he married an albino." And I said, "Damn, that's fucked up that you said that." But then
hold on. Was it fucked up that he called her albino or that?
Yes.
Because she's not.
Yes, it's fucked up because she's not. But when I researched to find out who she was, I was like, "Damn, I really can't ride with this."
Yeah, because you lose. It's all that I don't knownness about you jumps in.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know whether you
and
really.
I hate that because she could easily
really
ride or die. She could easily, but man,
she could have been the one to be like, "Man, Dad, you gotta do it.
You need to."
Yeah, we all right. Yeah, we all right.
That would be even worse for me. If that came out, that would be even worse for me.
My wife pushed me to file.
I'd be looking at him like Terry, never mind.
Yeah, like that's how we look at Terry Crews. I
hate Terry Crews, but that's
all
what
of us do.
Yeah, so
I mean, hate's a strong word, but no, I strongly dislike the guy.
I hit him with a chair WWE style if I could. I cannot stand Terry Crews.
And he's gonna sue you.
He probably is.
Hitting him with a chair.
That's fine. I'll just find somebody to go grab his nuts. He'll be all right.
You gotta make sure you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Since we there, this is you know me, man. I be tiptoeing. So this is the convo I did want to talk about, but a convo I didn't want to talk about, and it's not because I'm scared that Jews gonna hear us and then they gonna shut us down. Because we go 14 to 11. That's not that much of a difference when it comes to viewers. We're not worried about that. But I think it's more about the convo of how quickly we allow, just like we're talking about, we allow something, a convo become what is now. Because all of us knew exactly, because all of us, I think we just saw clips.
What exactly did she say?
Whoopi, Holocaust, that shit.
We working on transition.
Yeah, we working on transition. Okay. We were just in there and you find out, okay, that's where we at. Yeah.
Well, I let y'all know, I'm going to have to ask because y'all, I'm not.
That's what I don't know. What exactly did she say?
Okay.
I don't know exactly. That's the first part. I shouldn't have did that. I mean, I think I could pull it up. But it was that the Holocaust wasn't about race. That's what the fuck she said. She said the Holocaust wasn't about race. So when we hear that statement, we know exactly what the fuck she's saying. So then, what's her name? Bette Midler, who I like, you know what I mean? Because she usually stands at the same side that she does. But you know what I mean? When it's about white folks and all that stuff. She was like, no, I'm not going to let you just brush on by that. And Whoopi was like, I understand what you're trying, but this is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And then Bette, like, no, we need to let them know exactly, like, no, that's not, it was about race. But my whole thing is like, to us, I guess, I don't know if it's the American part of us or the black folk part of us. When you think of the Holocaust, you think about white people killing white people. And I think the whole thing with the Holocaust is the difference between slavery being about race, and to me, and the Holocaust being more about ethnicity and religion. But at the same time, when you're in Europe, race counts also. So all those white folks aren't just all white folks; they're different races. So we don't see it like that. But my whole thing is Whoopi is when her convo had nothing to do with all that bullshit I just explained. You see what I'm saying? Like I definitely forgot what the whole thing was about. But once it got to the whole thing of her, the Holocaust not being like, because when God didn't get to find out what the whole convo was about, because when she said the Holocaust is not about race, it just shifted to a completely different way, and then she's fired for 2 weeks. And then she's fired without pay and might not get her job back. That type shit. But you let Meghan McCain sit up here for years spewing all type of ignorance and shit. You know what I mean? It's like I said, I didn't want to talk about the Jews, and if you say something about them, you better come back and apologize. I.e. Nick Cannon, and plenty of other motherfuckers to talk about. You know what I mean? And it's more about, but y'all turn this into a convo I won't really trying to talk about because y'all know what I was trying to talk about means something. I don't think I need to look up what the fuck she was talking about.
Well, I would say, so honestly, I didn't hear it, so I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Did she explain what she meant when she said it wasn't about race? Because I'll be honest with you, when I think of the Holocaust, I don't think of white on killing white. Okay. I think of Nazis killing Jews.
Informed.
I think of Nazis killing Jews. That's exactly.
Is that a race? Is the Nazi a race?
No, it's a
Nazi Germany.
Yeah, they're a party, political
army. Yeah,
it's a political party.
And they were killing what?
Jews.
That's a race.
I always thought it was like a religion, but
yeah, I thought it was a religion
so
too.
So that's what I'm saying. Whoopi was saying that's not about race. So it's not about race.
But are Jews a religion, or are they a race of people?
They can't be a race because they're black. They're black Jews. So it can't be a race because all
original Jews are black. But all right, so this is where my unpopular. Dude once told me one time, what if Hitler foresaw where Jews would take the world today?
You said what? My bad. You said what?
What if Hitler foresaw where Jews would take the world today?
That definitely is a.
What about?
You know they're in control of all entertainment, which is pretty much why people are
moving.
So, but are you asking what
entertainment? Their level of control.
No, I understand. So, are you saying that Hitler would be against where they are right now, or
that's why he did what he did because he knew that they would assert this amount of
control
over us, over the. Well, I guess whatever they can control.
And the dude who asked us, was he black or was he Jewish?
I was about to ask that question.
The dude who talked to me was black.
Okay. So
was he a black Jew?
No, I didn't ask him. Are you? You know what I'm saying?
That was just my next question. So I'm sorry, dog.
He might have been a Hebrew.
We'd have to break down.
Because you know your boy first put me on to that.
Who?
Black Hebrews and all that.
Oh Jesus.
I mean, the thing was.
I mean, but it's all about.
I know. Yeah.
It's about combos and knowing that you don't know everything. Yeah. So like the last week we talked about with Le'Veon, the fact that I thought all black people were Baptists. Like I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
As ignorant as it sounds, if you never have a convo about anything, you walk around sounding ignorant as fuck for long.
Given to you.
So okay, I got to go back to your man though. So was he on Hitler's side saying maybe Hitler was right, or was he just asking a question?
Hitler was just a tool, you know what I'm saying, in the grand scheme of things. He was just asking. He was the kind of guy that give you something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily saying this how you feel or not. But what if? Just think for a second. What if he, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a God gave him a vision one day. He was like, yo, in the future, these motherfuckers gonna control all music. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying?
All media.
They're gonna be kidnapping kids. You know what I mean? I let me not go too far. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Controlling music and you know what I'm saying, making everybody apologize. These motherfuckers basically in control of entertainment. Period. You know what I'm saying? What if you know what I'm saying? He saw that and felt like I need to wash the planet up. I mean, you know, not like I'm saying.
But it's always somebody that's gonna ask that question from that side.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I think sometimes, and it's funny when we talk about church. Sometimes I think that's as ignorant or as harsh as that combo might be. A lot of time when you're in church and you ask any type of question that goes against what it's supposed to be, is labeled as blasphemy, and you never get to find out anything. You never get to have any combo. So not saying that's a combo that they made sure they had, but at the same time, like I said, he foresaw it. Like,
but isn't that what he wanted?
What, control himself?
Yeah. For the white man, blue eyes to control.
Yeah, he did want a pure Aryan.
Yeah, even though he wasn't either one of those. Isn't that what he wanted?
Yeah.
So
because again, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's only one thing that could.
So what I'm saying is, I mean, the way that question was framed, that you framed it, it was like, yo, maybe Hitler was right, and
went about it he could have been right and went about it the wrong way. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what I'm saying, but. All that means is he's upset because he lost his ability to be in control. So someone like
but he was
me,
already in control.
No. He was in control of that country. He was in control of this country, this section. He wanted the world. What I'm saying is, you just said.
I mean, any dude in power.
Jews are in control of entertainment, everything like that. What I'm saying
they're
is
pretty much in control of
the world. Okay, whatever. Look at that. If Hitler had accomplished what he wanted, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about Jews. We'd be sitting here talking about what?
The white to say anything.
Or we be saying the white man, which we're already saying, blue-eyed, blonde-haired white man, in control of everything, which we're already saying. So we would be just trading one devil for another. So my question is,
about presidential elections and shit.
I'm talking about
Whoopi was right.
I'm talking
about
it's
about power.
I'm talking. That's what it was.
And that's what I'm talking about. No, that's what I'm saying. But
that's what she said. She said it's not about race. It was about the inhumanity of man. That's exactly what she was saying. The inhumanity of man. That's correct.
But she and here's the problem with the media the way it is right now. She worded that completely wrong. You can't come out and say it wasn't about race.
Because it wasn't.
She could have said, yes, race was a major factor and a tool used because this is what blah 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 blah. You can't just come out and say it's not about race.
But you kind of can when this ain't what the fuck I'm talking about. When this is just like a dear friend at the beginning of this letter, you can't say it like that because if you let me get.
You can't, as you see.
Yeah, because they're not gonna let you get to this.
Because
who is not gonna let you get to that?
The people in control of media.
The Jews.
Is it the Jews? Because last time I heard it was the LGBTQ community
that
was running things. I
so
honestly,
in the end of the day,
I don't know.
The people in control are gay Jews men.
So it's both of them then.
It's both.
Okay.
Without powers combined,
we come captain planet. See what I'm saying?
So I mean, at the end of the day, it goes honestly. All this discussion goes right back to what you asked. We know what they're doing. We know what they're all about. What are we gonna do as a people?
Get on our podcast and complain about it and not do shit else about it.
Because if we don't stand together as a unit, they're gonna pick you apart regardless.
Yeah. So the ones who are in a position to actually make significant moves, this is why I bring it back to Brian. Stop wasting your time trying to play the game or make them pay for your personal gains. Help the community. You can sue them. They're going to say what they want to say, whether you in the light or the dark. That's fine. I expect they do. Get your money, whatever. Go to Morehouse. Teach them new doctors, scholars, whatever you want to end up saying. Teach them the game that we all know. The world knows you can coach. Bring them brothers up. Stop thinking of don't think about you. Think about the generation after the generation. Think about your grandkids' kids.
The quicker anybody with a vast amount of knowledge understands that part, that it's about helping out the next generation. Because most time once you get that vast knowledge, you can't do shit with it. Physically.
But that was us. That's us.
What you mean?
That's not even that's black people. We was like that before we assimilated.
I told Lil Mama that the other day. I was like segregation, integration.
It was the worst thing that ever happened to us.
Worst thing that happened.
Martin Luther King Jr. was wrong. I'll say it.
Let's be part of their world.
Yeah. So
I'm not gonna let you do that part though, because the Martin Luther King that they told us about, maybe he was wrong, but when you do your homework on Martin, the real shit he was talking about, he was correct. That one sentence they might put out about him or whatever, like.
No, what I'm saying is his.
Not what you're saying. Like his dream was.
His message. That was wrong. Just like some parts of what Malcolm, and I love Malcolm to death, was wrong. You have to come together, which they did. We don't know exact details, but they came together. And they both got shut up, as you see, because once you start preaching
togetherness
and separation, they don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want that
because that's what the planet once was, and what you can't have is that planet again.
What you mean?
There was once a time when the planet was black.
Oh, just black, or when blacks ruled everything?
Caucasians came from us.
Okay, you say so.
Go ahead.
I think they came.
You think they were created? We all created.
I don't believe in God. So let me just throw that out there right now. I'm not a.
You don't believe there is a creator? All this beauty in the world that is similar.
No.
Nothing created. It's all happenstance.
I think it's just.
What's it called? Agnostic.
It's just all circumstances.
You don't like labels. My bad.
No, it's not about that and labels. Agnostics don't know. Trey doesn't care.
That's what it was. Because I'm on my ask because I asked you were you an atheist.
Yeah, I'm not definitely an atheist.
My next question was that, and then you told me that.
Even though I said I don't believe in God. I mean, I'm not an atheist, so I'm not going to sit up there and like Neil deGrasse talking about there's no God and try to prove. I don't know.
Okay.
So to your thing, all this, something had to do it. I don't know. And I don't care because I got a life to live, you know, so it doesn't matter who created it. I got to appreciate it. I got to enjoy it. I ain't got to worry about that.
Thank you for supporting the 9-Time Bout movement, where along with the convo, we try to give y'all segments like support your own, support is important, and flag football won't enough though, because support is important, and we gotta support our own. Deuce also brings you with your goof ass, a segment you better not end up on. Along with the necessary and unnecessary conversations we have, are intended to support the homies and those we see grinding, making things happen, big or small. If you know someone who needs some shine, DM Mo or Deuce so we can show love and send followers, subscribers, customers, or whatever. Now, time about.
I attack life like that at all times. Mm-hmm. I try not to be so self-absorbed that everything revolves around me. I understand the world doesn't revolve around me, but I also have to look at it as if I control my world, the world changes. Mm-hmm. When I die, the world ends in my eyes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I also try to look at it from a different perspective because I know, you know what I'm saying? Just looking through these little eyes ain't, you know what I'm saying? I don't have the best vision.
I have to once again then. So you gain knowledge and do nothing with it?
What am I supposed to do? I talk on a show, but I mean, you want me to write a book?
Why not?
I kind of want to write a book.
Once again, I bring it back to the Brian Flores thing.
What we gonna do?
You gain knowledge and do nothing with it. Then what the fuck did you gain knowledge for?
I mean, I attempt to share it. It ain't my fault.
But at the same time, like, what do you do with that type of knowledge though? Like,
you can do more than just a podcast. You can write a book. You can tutor. You can actually donate your time to. I didn't even know there was YMCA's in this area. There's so many things you can do. There's so many people who need
positive black male influences.
There you go. I was gonna say something else, but yes, there's so many. Whether
there you go. I was gonna say something else, but
I was gonna say a different perspective.
However you get there, right. if your perspective on life is that, however you get there, that could benefit so many people outside of, okay, I got this knowledge and I'm just going to sit here.
But at the same time, not to put you under the bus, but youve gained knowledge.
Yes, I have gained knowledge.
What do you do with that? I didn't accuse you. What do you do with that?
I do have talks and stuff like this as many times as possible. I personally haven't gotten over the hump of talking to a screen. Talking to a phone, and that's the way you communicate with people right now. Unless you actually go and sit and do this, which people don't do,
right?
I struggle. I'll be honest with you. I'm doing this because I want to talk to Brian Flores. I want to talk about Brian Flores, and I could not pick up the phone and do it right because I'm so. It sounds like I need to talk and bounce this off to people. Right. Let me go to some people who actually do a podcast.
Yeah, that's the best way to.
And it's a combo.
Yeah. So that's why. This is helpful for me, helpful for whoever listens.
But the reason why I said it, I think that's the same thing. Like, sometimes you can't reach the masses. Just like you said, when my life ends.
But it's not about reaching the masses.
No, I'm saying,
but one person.
He just reached you. He just told you a story that he told me plenty of times. That's two people already told.
He didn't reach me. He didn't reach me. No disrespect. He
didn't.
No,
okay. Well, maybe reach is the wrong thing. Okay. You said, what is he gonna do with his knowledge? What he did with that knowledge is tell me that story.
Yeah, okay. And my perspective, and I hate to say this because I shouldn't be thinking like this. Something I need to work on. I'm not relevant now. I'm 40 plus years old.
I think
I'm not relevant.
That's because you're a fan of hip hop. That's because you're a fucking fan of hip hop. And it pisses me off because we do that to ourselves. I'm under the perspective that if the building was on fire and there was one seat left, I'd be honestly. Anybody younger than me, I'm giving them that seat. I understand that.
Mm-hmm. I've had a good run. That's how I look. So I don't waste.
But at the same time, you're the person that teaches that type of outlook. Because it might be a 42-year-old man right beside your 44-year-old ass that's trying to take that seat from that 19-year-old kid you want to give it to. So your knowledge to get to that 42-year-old man, even though both of y'all are i.e. irrelevant. Because I'm going to go at that 42-year-old man. I'm not going to sit back and drop knowledge on the 19. No. I'm saying, that's what I'm talking about. You're not talking to the 19. You're talking to the 42-year-old. That's it right there. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying, but both of y'all are irrelevant, like you said, right?
No. He's not. No. I say I'm irrelevant when it comes to me talking to older heads. So Deuce dropping knowledge to me. I don't put that on the same plateau as him talking to Lil Mama. Because Lil Mama's the future. I've had my run. It was good. Hopefully I touched some lives. Maybe I did. I don't know. Lil Mama, she still got the world. She could change everything.
But I think...
So,
go ahead.
In turn, me sharing the knowledge with my children, changing my immediate world is me changing the world.
Correct.
Because the world ends when I end for me. So if I've given everything I got to my children...
And if you know the whole real mantra or purpose of Supreme Beast, yes, we like to have flag football games and win some games and shit like that. But it's all about this brotherhood. You got a couple of 40-year-old heads and a bunch of 20-year-olds. All we do is talk shit. I mean, this dude ain't really helping y'all out on the field. we're here to talk to y'all about this, that, and the third. Like everyone.
Hold on, I got picks, nigga.
He did get picks.
I get turnovers.
But I'm saying like I realized this when we started going to get wings after or whatever, and at one point we were just talking about football, complaining about football, this, that, and the third. And then in the off season,
we just stopped
one or two people might ask a serious question, and then there was a whole convo, and you learned something from there. So that's what I mean by like, what can I do with this knowledge? I can talk to my mans. It's simple as that. And if you're talking to a younger person, that's how you give it back to the community. A lot of times we don't want to do something because we can't affect the grand scale of people, so we think. But like you said, if I'm affecting this person, I'm affecting the world.
No, and see, I will be honest. I try not to, when I have these conversations, I try not to think about people's personal lives. So when I'm having this conversation with you about learning knowledge and doing nothing with it, I'm not thinking you have kids. I'm not thinking about that at all. All I'm hearing is this man learned something and just sitting on it. I'm not thinking that you have kids. I'm not, and I listen, I don't know what y'all do with Supreme Breeze. I don't.
Yeah, I was telling them.
I don't. I just think about what I'm dealing with at this table. I don't think about, unless you come out and tell me.
So what you doing with your knowledge that you just sitting at the table not doing that? You getting on us?
What you mean? What am I doing?
You ain't doing nothing.
No, not here. Not here.
But see, listen, this is my thing, right? It's a reason why I just want, like I said, when I gain something, I try to just tell these little young black kids, you know what I'm saying, that black is beautiful, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason why they blew the nose off all these African statues. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want you to know that you were here first.
Okay.
You need to be on these sidelines. Like random combos like that come up on our sidelines now.
Nah, like I literally talk to everybody, like
all the
even
time.
Caucasians.
Yes.
Just so you know, I literally tell everybody the same theory. Even you white folks.
You think I'm inviting you to play? No, nigga, you come talk on the sideline with us, dog. We just
I know. I work on Sundays. I'm
fucking with you now, but I'm just saying, like, the sideline, like, me and Deuce be joking today, like, yo, the sideline might be where it's at.
I'll be honest with you. It's hard for me to go out there and watch y'all play, though.
No, we definitely go through that, too. Yeah, we go through that. But no, I think they came with us being out there more, though. And be like, because for one,
it's just knowing how. Look,
dog,
man,
all these young niggas
doing a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, all these young niggas.
These young niggas is.
Yeah,
and I get to tell more jokes over here. Like, no, the sideline is a lot more fun, dog. I'm trying to tell you, dog.
So I'm sitting there, I'll bring it all the way back. I'll be honest with you. I am not concerned about what Whoopi, whether, you know, I agree with you. I know what she's saying.
Rich people problem.
I know what she's saying. She just said it wrong.
Yeah, she said it wrong. I mean, again, you can't say nothing about Jewish people.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, if she had worded it better, she could say something about Jewish people without actually coming out and just saying something about Jewish people.
But you can't word anything about Jewish people any better. Nick Cannon said exactly what he learned verbatim, and now you got to apologize.
Regardless of how you word it, they're going to reword it the way they want to put it out there. That's their... You know
what I'm saying?
I don't know too much.
All he said was black people were the original Jews. And then it was, you're anti-Semitic.
You said it an hour ago.
You're anti-Semitic. You know what I'm saying?
And they just throw it on there, and that was a whole other combo. Cause that's like a trigger word. Anti-Semitic, you put that on there as a right. And her last name's Goldberg. Anyway,
I'm gonna say fuck all that. All right, quick question, right? You know what I'm saying? You being, I guess, pseudo entertainers. Would you prefer? I don't want to say prefer, cause I know what you prefer. But what you think is more helpful towards the entertainment career? Local love or local hate?
Local love or local hate? Local hate. I say that being a Richmond nigga. And because a lot of times you gotta get the fuck out your city anyway. And then sometimes you being the shit in your city will blow your head up too much till you get out here and find out, I ain't nothing. Especially if you come from a little ass city.
Or the other way, your city will hate on you and everybody will be like, yo, you on fire.
Yeah, because a lot of times, like you went to our best show ever in Roanoke, nigga. Nobody knew us. So we came there with that type of energy. Yeah. Like we're not nervous about yeah, nigga, I was riding shotgun.
That was Lynchburg.
Oh, my bad. I never been to Roanoke. You're right, Lynchburg. That's right. Damn, we at Lynchburg. Yeah. I never performed this show. Well, Lynchburg, but it's like I said, we approached it. You've been to some of the Richmond shows.
Yeah.
Do you think our energy was different? You gave us, I don't think I'm going to bring up right now. You brought up a key thing. We should have did that a long time ago. No, I'm just going to go against me. It's going to help you out, make you look better. It's going to make me worse. So I'm not going to bring it up. No, he was one to do like, yo, why y'all drink so much? But the energy between our Richmond shows and our local shows compared to that Lynchburg joint, did you notice?
No, that Lynchburg show.
Like, I mean, us approaching it. Like, when we got there, the way we...
Well, remember, for the Lynchburg...
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Wasn't no pressure.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest. I didn't know you was feeling pressure in Richmond.
You don't know you are. That's what I'm saying with the whole local hate, local love shit.
Well, see, I don't know anything about that. I mean, I'm to answer your question. I can't answer. I don't.
Yeah, because he is, like you said, pseudo. I guess.
Yeah.
You should have told him to ask, and then me and you talk.
Yeah, I don't consider myself an entertainer.
Like I said, I immediately said local hate because I feel like a lot of times we got to get out of our city and find out that there's a world out here, and that really helps us out. So that's why I immediately jumped to that. But at the same time, they always tell you you're not anybody until you're somebody in your own city. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So kind of. But then you ask which one would we rather have, and I think that's why I said, look, go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I've never performed on stage.
Had people talk shit to you
about
your performance.
I've heard.
No, I'm saying you being
about the people I was with, but I've never actually been on stage.
No, I'm saying okay. So you played. You at Tech. Mm-hmm. You playing game? Was it AFC back? AFC was it ACC back then? Or was it on?
Yeah, but mind before you even go there, I never actually suited up and played that. That was never that. Man. It's like practice squad shit. It was not. I never actually got on the field.
Did they need to know that? All they knew was my nigga went to Tech, bro. All they knew was my nigga went to Tech, dog. Like,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, fuck. We take it back to high school now, nigga. So when you were playing in the regional shit, you dominated the district. Mm-hmm. Then you had your first regional game. And then boys were a little bit bigger. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the same thing. You know what I mean? You getting all this local love, then you get out here and find out,
I understand. I completely understand what you're saying.
So what's your answer then? So he ain't really got no answer. He just understands us.
I feel like local hate is probably what makes you. It could do two things to you. Mm-hmm. It could break you, or it could give you that hunger. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna prove to y'all motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I mean, like I said, we had this conversation all the time. Like when I was rapping and shit, I didn't go as hard as I should have. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because we got local love too. Yeah. And that shit'll have you feeling comfortable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're like, shit, all right, you know what I'm saying? Couple niggas around here bumping, you know what I'm saying?
I just crossed the show with 20 niggas in it. Fuck it.
Like, but niggas, you know what I'm saying? And niggas asked for CD after, you know what I'm saying? But not knowing, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so there's no benefit to local love.
No, we definitely not saying that.
Nah, it's a benefit, but you can't allow it to make you comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Comfort, like, yo, I got it here. You know
okay.
I got it here. So I don't need it nowhere else. Well, this is enough. You know what I'm saying? It breeds contentment.
Is there a local love situation move? No, because you go out with the family. Mm-hmm. You not just around
I did what?
I was about to ask, in the ballpark that you're in with photography and videography or whatever, is there a local situation with that, or it's kind of different because of...
No, it's definitely
local motherfuckers be like, I know you give me a discount shit.
Not that
I was at your last show. This one's free.
Yeah, no, it's there, but it's different. It is because we're not. It's based off. It's not based off our performance per se. It's the product, the end product, and whether they like it or not, they're gonna want cheap. And because you do no disrespect, y'all do a local show, it stays local unless somebody puts it on YouTube and then somebody. I create something and it's literally goes wherever it's seen. I love that. Mm-hmm. Goes wherever, you know. So that's right. So I hear you. I don't know. I don't know. I guess if I had to answer y'all's question, I'd rather have local hate, because hate, I think, hate builds character, and love. I can't see anything positive out of local love.
You don't get killed.
What?
Local hate.
Yeah, we thought about that when I was asking about big rappers like Big Sean compared to people like Nip. The type of energy you're getting off. Like Big, I'm sure Detroit is the hood.
What's that?
Detroit, Big Sean comes back. We don't hear about him worrying about shootouts and stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. Is that hate?
Local hate?
It's okay. So now I gotta ask you. What do you mean by local? When you mean by local hate, they hating on your music. They just hate you. Period.
I mean, I think that's the trigger word about hate. Hate's not really deserved. I don't think. I mean, the way we're talking about it, like they hating on you. That's not really a real term. Like either I like it or I dislike.
Okay.
Hating is. I don't know other as say you can't explain the word by using the word.
You ain't listening to my music. You just don't like me.
That part, yeah. So that's hate.
No, I know what hate. Okay, so you're talking about someone who can't back up why they dislike.
I think that's local hate. Like I don't think. I mean, hold on. If the locals in your hood dislike your shit because it's bad product, that's that. If they're hating on good product, then that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So it's the hate you're talking about is it's there's nothing behind it other than they just don't like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But at the same time, it still drives you. I mean, because there's no real reason for you just to hate.
Oh no! My answer
you know
doesn't change.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what hate is. Because I do hate a couple people, but I can give mad reasons why I hate that person. So it wouldn't be
my
like.
man was like this. We got to out the scroll and shit.
So it's like it's one of those things where it's like I'm not. Oh, I never really listen to. I just don't rock with you. Know you hate me. No, if I hate a person, there's certain people that I hate. I can tell you why. And I can go dates. Yeah, why you did it.
I got receipts.
Yeah, I got receipts. Like
I hope your boy got receipts. That's one thing I am curious about. I hope your boy got receipts.
Flores?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not.
He got text messages.
He gotta have receipts, man.
Oh, you talking about Flores?
He gotta have receipts.
Oh,
he got text messages.
That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. That's just an old man don't know how to use technology.
I was gonna say that's
no. You can't tell me Bill Belichick don't know how to use. These niggas been using Microsoft Surfaces for years.
My whole point, Microsoft Surfaces. What's this little? Did you think right here?
It's a big version of that.
But
this is more difficult.
He got people doing it. He just sitting at the table saying what you see.
So you trying to tell me he got people doing everything but texting?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all.
He knew exactly what he was doing when he texted him and said, "You got a job, buddy."
No, he fucked up.
That's two different ballparks. That's two different things. Y'all saying two different things.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying is, Bill Belichick said the Dolphins is in my junk and it's time for them to fall apart right now. Good job, buddy. Come on, that job.
So he's an inside man.
The Dolphins is in my division. Hey, they won 8 straight games.
No, he's an inside man.
Excuse me, Playboy. I heard you got a job, baby. Good shit.
So he's doing
whatever. No, I'm talking to the Bills and the Giants.
I was just talking to Ross. He said you got a job.
So he's doing whatever it takes to win.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a Belichickian thing.
Yeah.
My man said, "Yo, do you think you talking to WB?"
I'm talking to BB. You player.
She don't know what you about to say. But whatever you about to say, Bill Belichick couldn't say it.
I'm talking to you, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Belichick knew what he was doing though.
All right, you want to take a break? You want to keep it going? Because I got somewhere to go, but we might take a break. Yeah.
You remember that?
I don't know. That's why we work with a break then. Yeah, we go to break. Shall we think on the fly? Big game, that's me, yo. Other side where we go. Shout out to my Nido. Yeah, it's SB ho. SB though ho. Supreme beat. SB though. SB though ho. Supreme beat. SB though. SB though ho. Supreme beat. SB though. SB though ho. Supreme beat. SB though.
Had to be the backbone of the family.
Show's over with now. I have to ask y'all. Y'all, how do y'all feel about Kevin Samuels?
Oh, you beast! This gonna be on the show.
How do you feel about Kevin?
We got to argue about this last night, nigga. What you mean how I feel about it? Because I just learned some shit.
Are you basically with him, or do you think that he's just another one talking bad about black women?
All right, to answer your question, I don't know. So I found out. So I didn't know there was this term called high value men, aka
rich niggas.
Mm-hmm. So it's like. Because at first I was like, yo, why the fuck do y'all give a fuck what Kevin Samuels is saying? You know what I mean? But they're asking for a man with, they're coming saying, yo, I want this, I need this, I need this, I need this. So then he in return asks, okay, so what are you bringing to the table? Mm-hmm. And my whole thing is, but you came in with this list, and you're going to judge me because of my list. You're going to say mine is superficial or some bullshit. But in my eyes, your list is superficial, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't really have, the only problem I have with him, I don't feel like you need to drag a person to prove your point. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I disagree with. Okay. But it's still like, yo, if you're asking this nigga about what a person with these type of lifestyle or these type of standards, you're going to get this type of shit. If you're not in this for love, if you're not trying to find out who can be the best person for you and y'all can make this work, you'd rather find a nigga that you ain't got to fix or some bullshit, then that's the bullshit you're going to get to come with it. Mm-hmm. Like, that's how I feel about that. At first, I was like, yo, I don't understand why y'all give a fuck what Kevin Samuels is saying. But then, like I said a couple days ago, I heard that part of the conversation. Like, yeah, I learned more about the type of, because all I heard was this nigga bashing women. That's all I heard. Like, it makes no sense. Mm-hmm. And saying some real rude shit or whatever. But then I found out what type of women were asking these type of questions. You know what I mean? And it's still like, I still disagree with you to bash a woman. And I did like, what do you rate yourself? Don't say 7.
But he don't really be. He do be bashing.
I don't know because
he don't really be bashing.
But at the same,
he be saying goofy ass shit.
At the same time, this is the convo I'll be having with my lady, so she'll be the one that's saying the bashing. But if the tables were turned and there was a dude doing this, I'll probably say that she was bashing the man. That makes sense. So I think that's what it is. Like we don't agree. She don't agree with the nigga saying, so she's going to just go ahead.
I'm listening.
No, I'm done because I get the rambling and I repeat what I say. I don't want to ask this question. Go ahead, nigga. We here. I can just maybe.
Does your wife operate like the women that he be talking to and talking about?
You see me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
No, I mean.
I don't know. I know the answer to the question. Yeah. I want you to tell me.
Yeah, I mean, of course she doesn't operate there because for one, we've been together so long, so we built everything. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, she did come back and say, "Yo, if I was single, God forbid," she said, "If I was single and I was out in these streets at 40 and I'm an established person, no, I wouldn't want to deal with this." And I'm like, "Well, that's kind of." She's like, "Yeah, but at the same time, why? Why is it fucked up that I have standards?" And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but okay, then don't get mad at that nigga's standards. Yeah. Because like I said, he's like, I just want a girl with big booties and pretty hair and long hair and all this dumb shit. And you're like, well, okay, I want a man with this amount of money and this, that, and the third. Both of your shits are bullshit because y'all not meeting to make this work. So both of y'all coming with bullshit. So it's both of y'all are wrong, if you ask me. And my whole thing is like, why y'all giving... That's social media, though. Y'all give credence to people who don't deserve it.
Well, like I said, I just want to know. I don't know.
No, it was just the time.
You know, I don't know you. I don't know what your wife from Can of Paint like that.
That's fucked up too, because you know her. But go ahead.
I know it, but I don't know how she thinks. Like you gotta realize,
good.
I've only seen her operate really one time, and that was the whole Dre situation. So, which was hilarious, but neither here nor there. But I would say, from what I've been around her and everything like that, she is exactly who Kevin Samuels is talking about when he's talking positive about black women. And to me, it sounds like her argument, which is a lot of people, they're taking it personal. And they don't, when he said, yes, you are a black woman, but he's not talking about you. You are doing everything that he talks about in a positive way and then some. So he's not talking about you, but you want to stick together with the black.
Both sides. Like I said, the man will do the same thing.
Exactly. What it is they hold on to what part of all the shit he says positive. They harp on what he say, the most ignorant shit. Ignorance.
Like I said,
so he say ignorant shit. So he gotta say the ignorant shit.
I laughed at him.
It sounds like he ragging on you, but most of the time these motherfuckers set themselves up.
I laughed at him.
They set themselves up.
No.
They really be throwing hoops.
You know what I'm saying? Like you mad because Mutombo smacked the shit out your ball. You laid it in and you finger rolled that shit to Mutombo. You think he not gonna smack that shit half court? Like, come on, man.
But you know what I'm saying? Most of these women he's talking to are younger.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen.
I haven't talked to some older joints.
I haven't. But also to a lot of them older ones. Let's be real clear. You 36 years old with 3 kids.
Yeah. What you expect?
You really have the audacity to come to me and say you expect me to have a certain amount of money?
Yeah.
I expect you to keep your legs closed. So that's what I'm saying. So I mean, it's just one.
That's an uneven scale, though. I expect you to keep your legs closed.
No,
I know. I would
you to go back in time.
I would expect if you expect me to have a certain amount of money at this time, I expect you to not have as many kids as you do at this time, if that's what you want. If this is what you want, why are you not working towards it? You did everything to not get this by having kids, by dealing with drugs.
Hold on, so drug dealers? Yeah. But she's working to have a good family. She ran into 2 bad niggas.
Okay.
She's working to have a good... What did she do wrong?
She did nothing wrong. But don't tell me, who wasn't one of those bad dudes, that I don't meet your standards. Yo, check, what exactly are your standards? Get that right.
So is it more about the fact that you can have standards, don't have outlandish standards?
No, it's more of, you got standards now.
I like that. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Because you didn't have standards when, like he said, you wouldn't have standards when Don the dope dealer was dicking you down.
Hold on. First of all, I hate how we keep going to dope dealers like they're the only. But at the same time, if her standard was a nigga that got they make $100K a year, right?
Yeah, and
she was dealing with a dope dealer. She kept the same standards. She was dealing with a dope dealer. She got her pregnant. Dealing with another one, got her pregnant. She still got $100K standards. Why is she rather have the same standards?
2 different $100K. You can't.
I'm doing what y'all do. I was heard them. But she don't know no different. She just want that's her baseline standard.
She want that money.
So once again, you're right. She don't know. So before you come and tell me what your standards are, know yourself. You just said she don't know, and I agree with that. So before you tell me what you expect, know yourself. Know what you're bringing to the table. I hate to say.
She do know. She knows she's bringing 3 kids to the table, but she gonna need help.
No.
And they gonna tell you, I bring 3 kids in some good cooks.
Yeah, a lot of push their kids. Like I said, I didn't want to jump on because I like Kevin, but I also see that he be, like you said, he be bad.
But at the same time, it's like, most of the time we see the clips here. Like, this man probably have an entire show that comes on once a week, and we see the clips where he's dragging people.
No,
not showing what he
ignorance.
But I'm saying, not showing the ones where he gives, like, great feedback.
But then you gotta follow.
8 out of 2. But I'm saying,
you gotta follow because he goes live. He goes live. He does go live. He goes live, and and if you catch his live, he does all that. And I understand. I guess I understand why certain women hate him. Mm-hmm. I also know why a lot of women go to him. Mm-hmm. So it's just I want to know how y'all felt on that.
But like you were saying, because I think every person does this in almost every single debate, argument, conversation. You take it personal. I know. I think I told you that before. That my lady always said, "Yo, stop taking everything so personal." Yeah. Well, you told me that too.
Yeah.
Because it's not. But that's a default that we have. We take stuff personal. You get to a point where you learn not to take stuff personal. Yeah. But usually you're going to take stuff personal. So if anybody says something that you agree with, you're going to rock with him until he says something that's off base or until somebody counters that. Most of the time,
I've been told I don't take shit personal enough.
That's hilarious.
Because I'd be a lot like Trey. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you
find it out.
I'm a duck.
You're healthier.
I don't get wet, baby.
You're healthier when you don't take stuff personal.
You knew that? You knew that's what he meant?
No, I was hoping he would explain it. So now
ducks don't get wet.
I know. I understand
cool.
it.
That was cool. Yeah, that part, I like that.
See, I heard
get wet, baby.
Duck differently, but okay.
Oh no, with the quacking.
No, like
I thought that's what it was.
You're struggling underwater.
Yeah, under what we done? He climbing shit on top, but underneath.
But underwater.
See, I thought this was another where he was gonna come out and say he got a different personality like Chuck, and he want to fight everybody. That's what I was saying. Like, yo, maybe we need to have an intervention for him because he just admitted he bipolar. But he explained it. So he don't get wet. So okay, I understand that.
I'll get wet.
No, but like I said,
yeah,
he's
like I don't get wet.
Underwater. But then on the top they just float.
Yeah, he cool, but underwater he going crazy.
Motherfucker,
people. So I thought that you were saying like, yeah, I'm cool on the top, but you understand? I'm hurt.
He knew both. He gave him the cool one though.
Yeah. And it is both. I ain't gonna lie to you. They could be struggling.
Hell yeah, bro.
Motherfucker feet be like
this.
That
came with age though.
Yeah. But you also like it comes with age, but also you have to get to a certain mindset to where
you gotta be able to look away from yourself.
And other people just don't matter. I hate to say that.
That was 2 different venues, but yeah.
No, you step away.
I like that one better.
People don't matter. Once you
people's opinion don't matter, but then people themselves.
You didn't feel that you put opinion at the end of that?
No.
Their opinion, like I don't care about nobody's opinion of me.
I don't. No.
People do matter.
No. Not everybody.
Yeah, of course. Not everybody.
So
when they ask who that, wanna know why we do it. When they holler, what that? Tell them Southside did it, shout it. When they ask who that, wanna know why we do it. When they holler, what that? Tell them Southside did it, shout it. When they ask who that, wanna know why we do it. When they holler, what that? Tell them Southside did it, shout it. When they ask who that, wanna know why we do it. When they holler, what that? Tell them Southside did it, shout it.
When I'm saying what I'm saying, I'm addressing you more so because I think you're already there.
Yeah.
That's all. I didn't want him to feel like I was leaving him out like he didn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I was saying.
No. I'm definitely spiritual, but I was raised through Christianity. So a lot of my roots and my thoughts are still through Christianity. Mm-hmm. But I believe that religion means division.
Great.
And I believe
Control.
that, you know what I mean? So I understand that, like you said, in any book you got, there's a golden rule. There's a golden thread. Mm-hmm. But then this book was used to control people.
Yes.
That's where the problem comes in at. So I would rather, like you said, everything is too perfect. There has to be a creator. Let's stop there. When we get into the semantics or whatever, then you start talking about what wasn't the race, what wasn't about race.
What's the name? What his name was and all this other shit. You know
so then y'all basically subscribe to the Book of Trey.
No, we care.
And that's
no. I
almost say I don't care.
But there's got to be something because it's just too beautiful.
It's just,
so we stop there.
That's
it.
Right.
That's it. Me saying I don't care basically lets people know I'm done. Because I can say, let's stop there. No, we don't win. If I say I don't care,
you don't believe in our Jesus.
That stops them. You see what I'm saying? It's.
Yeah. But nah, like I said,
a buffer or whatever, if you will. Right. But yeah, no.
It's your defense mechanism for.
Yeah,
for that
basically
talk.
Straight up. It's beautiful. Why are we discussing why or who? When let's just enjoy
what his name is, what the name is, and the gender. It's just
he was many names.
Yeah.
Why are we trying to figure all these names in a way?
Whatever happened, however it happened.
Yeah, it happened.
You know what I'm saying?
It happened.
I'm here for this ride, and I'm enjoying.
You're not gonna do anything
And I don't
different.
control nothing going on in this
You
ride
can't
for real.
do shit.
I don't control nothing going on in this goddamn ride, dog. And I'm just realizing that part.
I don't think he liked it.
What?
I ain't sip that. My bad.
Nah, you see, that's.
I know you. That's why I tell you. I don't think he liked it.
He probably still got that coffee taste on his.
That part.
That shit'll fuck you up.
That shit fuck your life up. I don't even drink coffee.
You feel like got you feel like you was chewing tobacco and shit.
That shit was terrible, nigga.
No, it's you don't taste
like
the,
that.
you don't taste the honey or the cocoa, so I don't know.
You don't taste nothing but coffee.
Yeah.
I don't
That
drink
shit was
coffee.
nasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, we trying to do an
said
outro.
coffee.
Are we gonna get up out of here? We just
I mean, you know, shit. We was 3 niggas having a conversation, bro. You know what I'm
building though. Every combo I learned something new.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
No matter how I knew what it was, I learned something new.
Ain't nothing minute to an ant.
I am Mar got it all.
I am Deuce the theorist.
Okay. That was good, man.
Mr. Nuff.
Okay. And
Who's
Mr.
the
Nuff,
best?
you represent what? What's on your shirt?
Oh, shut up! I ain't even trying to plug that shit.
No. And you ain't gonna come in here with a business and not tell these people what you
A
do.
black owned business.
Yeah, dog. It's February.
Represent Not Just Chicken Productions. We are a production company, so we do videos for small businesses right now. Not just small businesses, I guess what you want to call it. Music videos. We don't do weddings and shit like that. That's not our main focus, though. We have our own content, and that's what actually we're working on to get our shit out there.
I hear it.
So
What type of shit though? Shit like what?
we have a movie review show. We have a foodie podcast, as I'm learning what it's called. Foodie podcast. What that shit is.
So y'all don't do none of them. What's that shit called? Rough and Buck. Yeah, what the fuck is that shit called? The joint where motherfuckers be eating on it? Y'all don't be doing that shit.
What,
I forgot what the fuck. I hate when I do this shit. The joint when people eat on camera and shit.
You mean what Obi doing?
Yeah,
No.
what's that shit called?
No, I don't know.
Mukbang?
Wow.
Y'all don't be doing that type shit though.
Wow.
What part? Did I knew it? Or
Yes.
what? Nigga, I scrolled. Fuck.
We know we actually we did what we do one for other if they're filming they want us to do it. Yeah.
So I got an
The
idea.
funny part
Y'all gonna help me achieve my idea?
What are you talking about?
I got an idea. I need some help shooting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll talk to you about it when we get off camera. You know what I'm saying?
Trey don't
But I
give me the
got
face like he down for your idea. He's not inviting at all, man. God damn.
I'll talk to you when we off camera. Because you ain't gonna play me like
Well,
that.
yeah, I want you to diss me on camera.
What the fuck is me on camera? Not on my show, you not.
Shit, man, we out, man.
He did that.
Because they don't want you to believe the Indians were brown.
That's a cramp.
That's a cramp.
Yeah,
That's
man,
I
you
know.
weren't playing ball today.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, I don't know. Sitting here too long,
You drinking water.
son.
That's the program. You been dropping too many shoes, man.
That's what happened when you light skinned.
Shit, man, we out again.
No,
bro.
we ain't got no do because I'm cramping up. I can't believe I'm cramping up though. That
That's
came out of
hilarious,
nowhere. I
man.
ain't cramped up in
Last time you played a sport?
2017 when I was running with y'all.
And you cramping down?
It's 5 years.
No.
Was you fucking last
You
night?
jog?
Huh? Ooh, shit, what?
You do cardio? You need water? You work out and stuff?
Yeah, I do.
You do.
This is, I think because I'm hot.
You do got a jacket on.
And a hat.
Yeah, I didn't take the hat off. Yeah.
And a scarf. The fuck? You about to pass the hell out.
You got hell cool J shit, nigga.
You know CPR or something, nigga?
Jim Jones is not here. nigga.
Yeah, no. Like I said, if you come up with something, I will attempt to participate the best way I can.
Oh yeah, we definitely been sitting in the bush trying to think of something else. I don't know.
Are we still on break?
Yeah, nigga, we smoke. We smoke right here.
Why not?
I mean, we do, but we don't.
Why not?
I don't know. It's not like we consciously.
I mean, it's only 14 people watching. It really don't matter. But I
Yeah,
mean,
it
you know,
don't
when
matter.
you're talking, it's hard to talk and smoke and enjoy the shit. But we be having serious conversations and shit.
No. Nobody ever answers that question. Why y'all don't smoke?
I don't know.
No, because you look at the outtakes, the niggas smoking. The intro, we're smoking. And then your answer was like, yeah, it's kind of hard. And then Trey was just looking at you like this. I was like, yeah, I feel you, Trey. I have been kind of going against you. Chuck Wright, we do need somebody sitting right here. Because then if we don't, we just go agree with you all the time. No, we fucking with you. I don't know.
No, ain't worry about that. So you still haven't answered the question.
Which one? Why we don't smoke? What's
the top five? I don't know. It's just I don't know why you don't smoke on camera.
Yeah, we definitely don't know. No, we thought we did. Like,
I got an answer. I got bad lungs and shit, so I probably should be smoking. But I don't want to be coughing and choking and shit on camera.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
You don't want to be like.
But you haven't even did that.
I'm gonna interrupt you. But I ain't been smoking. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you used to do this once. Like, when somebody calls, I'm like, yeah, Deuce down right now. Hold on. We have that on camera like 3 or 4 times, bro.
True shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I saw I had to bring liquor. I didn't.
Nah, I was just playing about that shit.
Oh, well, I brought something anyways. I just found something.
I just know you the liquor guy.
Well, I'm not the liquor guy. No, I just picked up something from the house. So I don't know. Do y'all drink moonshine? Corn liquor?
Yeah.
I brought 2 flavors and I brought my my Hawaiian rum.
I was laughing because you looking at fuck with his punk ass. I'm saying,
He ain't gonna do no sipping anyway.
I'm talking. You don't answer. He's looking at his phone, so I should be just looking at you. I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to be respectful, but I guess fuck Jamal. Let me just.
He just gonna sip on some shit. He need to straw any goddamn way.
All right. Well, like I said, that's what's in there.
That's hilarious, yo.
No, man, this was good.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you pulled up, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you this should be more therapy and easier than people think it is.
Like I said, I wanted to.
You hit me up with that, like, this gonna be.
I definitely wanted to talk about Brian, and I wanted to get y'all. I wanted to make sure I wasn't
crazy
hating. No, but hating by the definition of what hating is.
But at the same time, you brought up some shit that I didn't think about. I can't talk about it. I mean, I can't nail it right now what it was.
No. No. Like I said, no. I don't. I wanted to know. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just pulling something out. Yeah. No, but I said
3 hours ago.
You mentioned it, and you mentioned it multiple times, and I want to make sure this is clear. That is what sprung me to actually do research on him. I saw that, and I was like,
Bonnie Joe was like, yo, are we sure his lady is down for it? Because have you seen his lady? I was like, hold on, pause the podcast and went to go see his lady. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's. I didn't even hear that. I just, like I said, it was Tracy at work mentioned that, and I was like, well, yeah, let me. And then when I saw that his right hand. Oh wait a minute.
Do you respect him? No.